Right. Good evening, everyone. First of all, so actually, thanks to Sikasa for conducting such an amazing session, which is the need of the hour. And first of all, one clarity from my end is this is not at all going to be a preparation strategy, as we have already done with the preparation and almost we are about to face the exam. So this video is purely about how to approach the exams now and how do we deal with this and how do we come out of these exams. That is what the whole agenda all about. And I know you have really less amount of time, so without wasting much of your time, I'll hardly take somewhere 30 to 45 minutes of your time to deal with this. But till the end, please stay in the meeting. Definitely make sure that you are little bit more confident than before, and what are the tips to be followed during the exam period. That is what very important for us. That and all I'll be sharing with you. Right. So in this meeting, my whole agenda is covering three aspects actually. So the three aspects are nothing but first one, subject wise, how do we approach? Number two, like what are the common mistakes, etc., what we should do, what we can avoid, all that. Next, number two is time management. Number three is exam mindset, which is very important for us. Now we are about to go for the exams, and CA is not about just the knowledge, but also it is all about your emotional balance, right? So regarding that also I'll be discussing in this session. Now, without wasting time, let us go into the first agenda, that is subject wise tips. See, now I have segregated here the subjects into three parts actually. First part is regarding advanced accounting, costing, and financial management. All the three being actually practical papers, in the sense, practical papers in the sense which will be dealt with like problems. So these three topics, like I'm taking in common. Sir, what are the things which we should be doing here? Now, please understand here, before going to exam, your biggest dilemma with respect to this particular subjects will be, sir, how many number of problems I should be solving, how many number of problems I should be referring before to the going to the exam. Please understand, already you might have gone through so many questions. Now, one day before the exam, like maybe before costing or FM or even like advanced accounting, you might be having too many things to do. So all these things are, how many problems are sufficient? Now, first of all, understand, sir, how many number of problems you do, that doesn't matter. It is all about conceptual clarity. Why? Because no matter how many number of problems you do, definitely you will be having surprises in the exam. So first thing, please be mentally prepared for facing surprises in the main exam. Definitely there will be new adjustments, definitely there will be new problems, and definitely there will be new twists or tricks which will definitely screw your exam. So mentally, if you are prepared for that, yes, you understand, yes, I am prepared for the new questions, I'm going through the new question, I will solve it like that. With that confidence, you go to the exam. Don't expect anything like whatever the problems in there in the question paper, definitely everything will be like known to you or already you have solved it. That will not happen. So first, mentally be ready. It's not about number of problems, it is all about the conceptual clarity. Yes, the more number of problems you try to solve, the better it is, no problem. But there is time constraint for you, correct? So how many number of problems possible, that many number of problems if you are going through, that is more than sufficient. This is regarding number one point here. Number two, here the very important thing is regarding advanced accounts. Please understand here, when we are going with this advanced accounts, all this stuff, see, first paper. So when you go with the first paper, any student in CA, the basic mindset of the CA students is, please understand, whether you're a foundation, inter or final student, so every one of us will feel first paper accountancy, and we are chartered accountants, we are chartered accountancy students, we should definitely go rock in the exam, we should score 100 out of 100, or we should score 80, 70, good amount of marks I should be scoring in first paper itself. With that mindset, we'll be going to the exam. But please understand, in the CA exam trend, if you have seen, in all the levels of CA exams, most of the cases, sir, accounts paper, the first paper is going to be almost either tricky or lengthy. That means first paper is not going to test your knowledge, it is going to test your emotional balance. In most of the cases, that is what the trend is suggesting us. So please understand, go to accounts exam without any expectations. This is really going to be very important, because once you see the question paper, definitely, sir, you will feel frustrated. Sometimes the question paper you feel easy, but it will be lengthy. There you will not be able to write more number of marks. Second case, sir, question paper will be tricky, and you will feel disappointed by looking at the questions, the adjustments itself. So in any of the cases, you will be emotionally off in the main exam. So don't go to the main exam with too much of expectations in accounts. I repeat, yes, go do perform well in the main exam, no problem. But with too many expectations, don't go into accounts exam hall, because definitely institute is playing with your emotions. So they are testing your emotional balance in accounts paper. So make sure, no matter however the paper, you give your best and come out of the exam hall. Mentally be very strong with respect to accounts paper. I repeat, this definitely will happen, and please be careful with this. So this is with respect to emotional balance with respect to accounts paper, and the number of problems, how many I have to cover, and which resources we should definitely cover, that also I have with me. So that also we'll discuss. So regarding number of problems, we have covered one point. So I'm summarizing, it is not about number of problems, like how good you have the clarity over the concepts, and be ready for the surprises in the main exam. And number three, sir, emotionally you should be very, very, very strong in accounts paper, because accounts paper definitely will test your emotional strength. So these are the 3 points which I have covered. Now the next aspect in this is 100 out of 100. Please understand, every time when we go through practical paper, especially when we are doing problems, every student will have that phobia that I should score out and out marks here. That means if you are solving a 16-mark problem, you should get 16 marks. You are solving a 12-mark problem, you should get 12 marks. You are solving a 4-mark problem, you should get 4 marks. That will be our mindset, sir. Sometimes it may happen, sometimes it may not happen. Be ready for that also. And every problem, if you are scoring 80, please understand, stepwise marks we are getting. Final answer, if you get wrong also, hardly for that 1 or 2 marks, let it get deducted. A 16-mark problem, if you are getting 10-12 marks also, it is absolutely fine. Some question you may get 4 out of 4, 8 out of 8. Some questions you may not get. And all the questions, see, for example, out of 16, average 12 marks, 14 marks if you are getting also, you will be getting a very good marks, almost somewhere 80, 85 marks you will be getting. So don't worry if you get any answer wrong. Wrong answer, the final answer is wrong, for that only you will lose the marks. Somewhere in middle you might have done some steps which are wrong, for that only you will lose the marks. Stepwise marking is there in CA exam, that is going to be your savior. Don't forget about that. You should come out of that phobia. I should get 100 out of 100 in this. I mean, 16-mark problem, 16 mark I should get. You may get sometimes, you may not get sometimes. So please be like mentally prepared for this. It's okay, fine, this answer is wrong, next problem I'll try to do it properly. That answer is wrong, next problem we will try to do properly. So every problem, just take it individually. If you are able to get correct answer, if you are able to tally balance sheet, all that stuff, no problem. If you are not able to do that also, you will be getting stepwise marks. So nothing to worry, happily focus on the performance. Okay, these are certain crucial things which are with respect to problematic papers. Okay, so this is one side of the story. Now coming to the subject wise tips. If you see the subject wise area here, please understand, the audit, law, SM, and in this, sir, audit is your favorite paper. Okay, audit is our favorite paper, everybody's favorite paper. Yes, I know that. Audit and law are going to be little bit more crucial for you. SM, strategic management, also you can happily manage, just some 5 chapters there and 50 marks. Easily you can score good marks in strategic management. You should be thorough with that, simple. So I'm not going to touch much about that. But audit and law, please understand, even if you take a ranker's mark list, sometimes majority of the cases also, even if you take an all India ranker mark list, sir, the less marks will be only in law and audit. Apart from that, all subjects they would have scored 100 out of 100, 97, 98, something like that. But audit and law, in rarest cases, they will be scoring 90s, 80s, all that. Yes. So in rarest cases, they will be scoring 90s, 80s, all that. So please understand, these papers are not just for you, for everybody for that matter. Sir, they are going to be little bit crucial. Why? Because the number one point is, sir, clarity in presentation. Sir, when you are writing your answers, there is of course lack of clarity in the presentation. See, when you are writing the answers in law paper, when you are writing the answers in audit paper, sir, we won't be writing the technical words. We are writing the answers in a layman's language, and understand, you are writing CA exam, and CA Institute is expecting some standard from you, correct? And when you are writing the answers in just a layman language, how you are going to get the marks? You please understand. Definitely the technical terms should be used. And when you are not clear with the law, when you are not clear with the provisions, maybe in audit also, when you are not clear with the concepts, sir, your presentation will obviously go wrong, and the technical terms you use will definitely go wrong. So because of that, what will happen? Definitely you will not be able to score good marks in these papers like law and audit. So definitely you should write the answer in a technical way. That is very, very, very important. There is no compromise on that. Please understand. Now, sir, that is one thing. Next one, the biggest worry for us is our memory. Sir, understand, not only for you, even for me. Even when I was studying my CA final, My only worry was whatever I have read, auditing especially, sir, whether I will be able to recollect that during the exam or not. That was my biggest worry. And later on, I understood through my teaching career, etc., etc., and all. I've understood this is not a problem for one human being. That is a problem for everybody. So if you feel like, sir, I am not able to remember anything, or I am worrying that whether I will recollect all these things in exam, my dear friend, you are not alone. Everybody goes through the same phase. Please understand that. So definitely everybody comes across this problem, whether we will be able to recollect this or not. Yes, you will be able to recollect if you have made some decent amount of revision. The moment they have given you the answer sheet, exam question paper, definitely you will be able to recollect something and write something. So don't worry about your memory. Your memory is really good if you are not at all wasting your time in scrolling Instagram reels or playing video games or roaming with friends or watching IPL matches. If you are just focused on your studies and exams, definitely your memory will be really good. It will not at all be affected. Don't worry about that. And because of the efforts you have put, once you see the question paper, definitely you will be able to recollect something, and definitely you will be able to write something. So don't worry about that. Hope I am clear with that. So audit, law, and strategic management, sir, this is the aspect. Now coming to the next one, taxation, my paper. Okay, so in taxation, see, you have TT and IDT, that is GST. Okay, now the problem here is, sir, the syllabus. See, most of the students in group 1 will struggle with the taxation paper because, sir, the syllabus of DT is so huge and we are not able to cover that, and we are going to the exam without covering good amount of syllabus, and we are not able to attempt more marks in the main exam. Please understand, yes, syllabus is huge, DT syllabus is huge, but IDT syllabus is not huge. Here what happens generally is, so students will target GST, students will read that, and students will go to the main exam hoping they will do very well in GST. Sometimes what institute will do, institute will twist the paper of GST and will give direct tax easy. So understand, sir, first you focus on GST, no problem. Small portion, finish it. Even in FMSM also, your focus should be SM, you first give first preference. Try to score maximum in SM, strategic management, then focus on financial management. Definitely your score will be improved. The same way here also, direct tax and indirect tax, the GST syllabus is less, direct tax syllabus is more. First give preference to GST, cover the syllabus, have good clarity on that. Then whatever the time left, I am not saying don't study DT or don't study FM. Please don't misunderstand me. Whatever the time is left, within that, how much ever syllabus coverage is possible, that much you cover the syllabus and go to the exam. Sometimes, I repeat here, please understand, sometimes you may skip 2 or 3 chapters. You may not study some 2 or 3 chapters before the exam. You may not get time to revise. Keeping that in mind, you should not get frustrated. That is very, very important task, my dear friend. Please understand, yes, sir, 2 to 3 chapters, something like around 15% to 20% of the syllabus, you may not revise one day before the exam because time is not there. So much of huge syllabus to cover. In that cases, please don't worry, please be mentally strong. You have already studied that now, you will be able to write that in the exam. Otherwise, no problem. Hardly what you will be not able to write 10-15 marks in the main exam. Sir, 120 marks is the question paper. Even if you are not knowing 20 marks, still 100 marks you know in the exam. Technically, if you write for 85 to 90 marks also properly, you will really get more than 55 in the main exam. So don't worry about, sir, I have not covered full syllabus before the exam, sir. One day before the exam, I did not get time to cover it fully. All these worries you leave aside, not at all a problem. This is one very important thing which you should keep in mind, because I am stressing that point here because the volume of DT syllabus. Sometimes, yes, majority of the students will feel, sir, I am not able to revise this. Absolutely no problem. Some small chapters here and there, whatever it is, certain things you will not be able to revise one day before the exam. Accept it, no problem. Okay, this is one point with respect to taxation. Next one, amendments. Amendments in any level, any attempt are very, very, very important in CA exams. Definitely institute will test you whether you have updated your knowledge or not. So please make sure you are going through amendments of DT, IDT, everything. So before going to the exam, whatever are there, that you are definitely revising the amendments and going to the main exam. So that is very important thing in taxation. So hope this is clear. So first aspect of our discussion, first target of our discussion, that is subject wise tips is done. And for all these subjects, one common point, sir, one very, very, very important point is, sir, what you should cover definitely in all these subjects before going to the exam. Please understand, sir, the mandatory coverage. RTPs, MTPs, definitely first priority. ICA case study MCQs, second priority. If time permits, then go with institute suggested answers. Now, sir, what is this RTPs, MTPs? Sir, RTPs, MTPs, at least including this attempt, the total 3 attempts, RTPs and MTPs if you are covering. That means see here, May 25 RTP MTPs, Jan 25, September 24 RTPs MTPs if you are covering. Sir, you are covering some good amount of quality questions from ICA sources. That is really very, very important and will be definitely very helpful for you in the main exam. So please make sure without compromise you are covering these things before every exam, every subject. This is very, 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 very important, my dear friends. Please don't miss this. Okay. I'm not saying exactly same questions will come, but there are good chances questions may come, concepts definitely will be tested as it is. Okay, so please don't compromise on this. Second thing, the second important thing is, sir, you know ICA has issued case study MCQs for subjects, and for all that 35 MCQ case study scenarios, 30 case study scenarios, like that, there are so many case study scenarios in ICA website. 3 to 5 ideally, I recommend you to go in each and every subject. Each and every subject, I repeat, 3 to 5 case study MCQs at least, make sure you are covering. So having good practice with them, and if time permits, practice more MCQs also, no problem. But 3 to 5 case studies are bare minimum, bare minimum. And please make sure you are going through that. Okay, so these are the things regarding subject wise, and regarding also case study based MCQs, the coverage, mandatory coverage, everything. So these are the things which we have discussed. So our first target is done and dusted. So now let us move on to the second target, that is regarding time management. Another important aspect, time management in the exam. Sir, how do I manage my time during the exam? Okay, so now first dilemma for you when you are going for the exam. The first dilemma itself will be, sir, should I go with MCQs first or should I go with descriptive questions first? If I go with MCQs first, how much time I should spend? If I go with descriptive first, how much time I should spend? No matter with what you are going first, that's a different story. But first, let us see time allocation here. The time allocation, you know, MCQs are for 30 marks, descriptive are for 70 marks. What I suggest is, sir, MCQs ideally you should be taking 40 minutes time, and balance 2 or 20 minutes you should be spending for descriptive question. Now, first of all, understand, my dear friends, here, what are the mistakes we do? First of all, the basic mistake is every student when he is going for exam, the MCQ case study based questions, minimum 2 case studies will be there in the exam. Every student will feel, I want to finish this MCQ case studies in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That will not happen. They are case study based MCQs, not like MCQ questions in our school what we used to solve. No, that is not going to happen. Please understand that they are case study based MCQs. You will take time to read them. It will definitely take some good amount of time, and to analyze that and answer it, definitely it will take good amount of time. So, sir, what is the ideal time to solve this is 40 minutes at least you will take, and 40 minutes is really a very good time. If you are solving that in 40 minutes, you should be literally very happy. Why, I will tell you. First of all, sir, we have 100-mark paper, 100-mark paper for 3 hours. Sir, when we are writing 100-mark paper for 3 hours, you tell me what is the average in 1 hour, how much strike rate, with what strike rate you should be performing. Sir, 33.33 marks I should be scoring, sir, in every 1 hour. Now tell me, sir, if it is a descriptive question, you are writing, you are taking too much of time. So per hour 34 marks if you are writing, it's a very good strike rate. But this is an MCQ. You are just reading the question, analyzing, understanding, putting some calculations in your calculator, and you are just bubbling the MCQ correct, whichever is the correct option. Then why you need 1 hour for 30 marks? So please understand, you should take 40 minutes max, that's all. Hardly here and there plus or minus 5 minutes is fine. More than that you should not be spending, and there is nothing to spend more than that. More than 40 minutes, nothing is there to spend in MCQs. The only thing is, you should not feel like, sir, I should finish all the MCQs in 10-15 minutes. That will not happen. Please understand that that will not happen. So please make sure you are taking a good time. Yes, 40 minutes ideal time, happily you finish it off and done. Now, sir, descriptive paper 2 or 20 minutes balance time, yes, you can manage. Sir, this is time allocation, fine, sir. But our major concern is whether should I go with first MCQs or should I go with descriptive first? The answer for that is, institute doesn't mandate anything. You should first write MCQs, you should first write descriptive. Like that, there is no mandatory rule. Please understand that. So you can go with anything, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, sir. What is your suggestion? My suggestion is first going with MCQs. Why? Because first of all, if you go with MCQs, sir, what will happen? Sir, first if you go with MCQs, within first 40 minutes, you have finished 30 marks paper. That means balance 2 or 20 minutes you have solidly in your hand for 70 marks. You understand the moment you finish 30 mark MCQs, you feel like, yes, I have finished 30 mark portion in this question paper. Like that, the confidence definitely will be different for you. So let us get that confidence. And here nothing to write. Let us check like that. We'll choose the correct answers. We'll select them and close it off. If anything are like you are not able to solve, just keep it aside. Then we'll see them in the end. So first take MCQs. Is what my suggestion. If you want to do something differently, do it differently. Not at all a problem. There is no something like mandatory limit that you should, or mandatory that you should first write MCQs. It is up to your wish. Okay. This is the next one. Sir, MCQs and descriptive time allocation. Fine, sir. We are clear with this. The next one, the very important thing, the common mistake done by majority of the students. You don't know when to quit. Yes, you should know when to quit. When you are writing the exam in the exam hall, sir, I am talking about the problems what you are solving. Especially this will come in accounts paper, costing paper, financial management, direct taxation. So in these cases, definitely you will be facing this problem. What is that problem? Now please understand, when you are doing a question, when you are solving a question, we always feel like, sir, I should finish this solution and go to the next question. We will be so adamant. Sometimes if we don't get one or two steps, sir, any step, if you are stuck, what we will do, we will be cracking our head and we'll be trying to get somehow or the other answer for the step and then proceed the solution, finish the solution, then only we should go for the next question. Why are you so adamant there? Please understand, if you are not getting any step in any problem, sir, hardly 1 or 2 minutes you should be spending time. 1 or 2 minutes you should be spending the time. In 1 or 2 minutes you are not able to understand it or not able to proceed, please leave that problem. If you want to solve it later on, leave some space for that, go to the next question. What is that you are going to achieve here by sitting in front of this problem and wasting 10-15 minutes time? Definitely nothing. And you will lose your confidence once the time is being wasted in the exam hall. So please make sure you are not doing that. Know when to quit, know when to stop the solution. Sir, when you know the answer, finish it off, no problem. When you don't know the answer or solution, you are not able to recollect or not able to proceed forward, no problem, leave some space and go to the next questions. If there is time after solving all the questions, if there is some time left out, then come back to this question, do that and finish it off. So don't here in this exam, don't try to satisfy your ego or don't be adamant in trying to finish the question. That is very important thing, right? So please make sure you are doing that so that your time will not be wasted in the exam. This is the next one. And finally, very important point, another important point, especially for some students. Sir, some students, what they will do, when they start writing the exam, the descriptive paper, they will start writing the exam as if they are participating in some essay writing competition. They will start slowly, neatly, legibly, everything. If you see first 2-3 question answers, they will be so good. And if you see the last 2 questions answers, the students also will not understand what they have written. So here, please understand, in CA exams, students' handwriting will not have any marks. Your handwriting doesn't carry any mark at all. So please make sure you are starting with the decent pace the exam and ending the exam with a decent pace. It cannot be something like, sir, starting you write it so well and later on finally what happens, right? So please understand, you will start the exam so slow and you will, while finishing the exam, sir, it will be like you will be too fast. Even you will not understand the handwriting. So start the exam with a very good pace and end the exam also with very good pace. Okay, the decent pace should be there. And I repeat, if you write extraordinarily well the handwriting, you will not get extra marks. And I have seen some rankers papers also with worst handwriting. Trust me, with worst handwriting. The only thing should be write in such a way where examiner will understand what you have written. That way you just write sufficient. Don't write starting very slow, very neat, and at the end writing it like something even you will not understand. Okay, so that is very important. So with respect to handwriting, right? So these are the things which you should keep in mind with respect to managing your time in the exam while writing the exam. Okay, so this is our second agenda. Our second agenda is also done. Now let us move on to our final agenda, the third agenda, very 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 important one, the exam mindset. So I request you to make sure you are watching till the end so that we'll have some value addition actually. So the most important thing, sir, how our mindset should be there during the exam. See, the very less spoken concept for our exam preparation is health. Sir, the very 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 less discussed topic is health. That can be your physical health or that can be your mental health. By now, yes, you are so much strained or stressed, all the stuff, frustrated, everything. Yes, at least you got little bit what used to this or accustomed to this, and now somehow or the other you are coming out of all that stress, etc. Physical health, especially during the exams, one very basic mistake what we do, all the students, majority of the cases, what we do is, sir, we'll have some different thought process. Let me sleep for 2 to 3 hours in a day, or let me sleep just 1 to 2 hours in a day. Most of the cases, ideally, students will be sleeping 2 to 3 hours during the exam time. Hey, please understand, you are going to write an exam, and if your brain is not functioning properly, you have not given proper rest to your body. How will it write the exam for 3 hours? How will it will analyze the data? How will it process the data? And how you will write the answers in the main exam properly? So first stop doing this, sleeping for just 2 to 3 hours in the main exam and going to the exam. That will definitely drain your energy and you will not be able to perform properly. So ideally, at least 5 hours sleep, I recommend. At least 5 hours ideal sleep time is needed for you in the exam. See, I understand as a student, you will not get sleep. You feel like, sir, I don't have time, all that stuff, fine. But whatever you have prepared, that if you want to perform effectively in the main exam, for that at least you need some good solid energy correct in your body, and your brain should be functioning properly, should be cooperating to you well. If you don't sleep properly, how the brain will function well in the exam? So ideally, please at least make sure you are having 5 hours of sleep. Okay, that is very 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 important. So that is with respect to your health. Next, the another important thing is that your exam day routine, the very important aspect in our discussion. Sir, what is this exam day routine? See, there are certain fundamental things which we will be definitely doing wrong on the exam day, while writing the exam, or after the exam, before the exam, all that. I just want to compile all that stuff and want to make sure you are correcting such small, small errors. See, every small mistake what we commit will have definitely a small impact on our exam. Every small impact will become a bigger impact. So please make sure we are avoiding all these small, small mistakes. Now, sir, first thing, going to the exam hall, and we are so used, or like we are so addicted being late for anything. So even for exam, we will start going to the exam with so much of stress and pressure. Sometimes students will be running towards the exam hall because we are getting late. No, why are you so much like taking it to that extreme level? The very important thing is, sir, in the exam hall you should be at least 30 minutes prior to the time in which they will give you the answer, question paper. Question paper they'll give to you in the main exam at 1:45. Hope you know that. 1:45 p.m. they'll give you the question paper. That means in the exam center you should be present by 1:50. Why should I present by 1:15, sir? You may get that doubt. Guys, please understand, at least 30 minutes before you reach the exam center, you will get, at least your brain will get accustomed to that particular environment. You will get used to that particular place. It is, of course, a new place for you, for your body, for your brain. Go there at least 30 minutes, get used to that environment. So reach there 30 minutes before, then okay, little bit you can calm down your nerves. That is very very important for you to do. So please make sure, and there will be no tension of rushing to the exam hall. Already we are stressed in writing the exam, then again taking the stress of going to the exam hall late, all the stuff will definitely have an impact on your performance. So please be careful here. This is another point. Next, a very very small and important point: carry a snack bar with you. Any chocolate, any sort of chocolate, Snickers, Dairy Milk, your favorite chocolate, anything, one chocolate, please make sure you're carrying. Or if you are carrying any banana, something like that, also fruit, no problem, but carry something with you, because sir, afternoon we are going to the exam. Sir, when we are going to the exam afternoon, maybe with the too much of tension, we don't feel like eating, right? Or from the morning also, you might have not been like eating properly because you are reading, 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 and you'll not get time to enjoy the food. But sir, you should write 3 hours exam. For that you need energy. From where you will get energy without food? So did not have proper breakfast. Now you avoid lunch and you go to the main exam. So please understand, carry one chocolate at least or one banana with you during the exam. You will feel sometimes like drained, like fully lack of energy, all the stuff. Sir, your hand will be shivering. All these things will happen. To avoid that, what you should do, please make sure you are carrying a snack bar, and whenever you feel like that way, chaka chak, just like that, eat the chocolate, eat the banana, whatever it is, finish off, and then start reading. Okay, so that is very 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 important. Now the next one, sir, understand what happens in the main exam at 1:45 when you receive question paper to your hand. When you receive question paper to your hand at 1:45, definitely you will start shivering. And the moment you open the question paper and start reading, there are most probably two possibilities. One is you see so many questions which you know, or you see so many questions which you don't know. Right? There are two possibilities. Either you know it fully or you don't know it. Sir, if you see too many questions which you know, you will get overexcited. You will be over happy, which is again dangerous. Or when you see too many questions which you don't know, again you will get disappointed or depressed. Again, that is also risky. So please understand, you should maintain the emotional balance. To maintain that emotional balance, what you should do, sir, first before starting the exam, before opening the question paper, just close your eyes for 2 minutes and meditate. If you believe in God, pray to God. And if you don't believe in God, no problem, sir. You just meditate, just close your eyes. 2 minutes. The only agenda is calm down yourself, calm down your nerves. So mentally, please become cool and calm. Now, when you start reading, please make sure your emotional balance is intact. So that way, if you are controlling your emotions, that will serve the purpose to a bigger extent. Please understand that. So 2 to 3 minutes of meditation before opening the question paper seriously will help you a lot to calm down your nerves. So that is another point. Now, the very, very, very important thing, which I tell always to my students in the class and to so many people, hardly very few students will listen, that there is, after exam is over, what we will do? We'll come out of the exam hall and we'll start doing some panchayat and all. That means talking with all our friends and discussing the answers, or what is the answer, what is not the answer, how did you perform, how did you perform, how did I perform. All these nonsense activities you will do, which will definitely kill your positive energy. Your friends would have written it well and you would have written it well, and you got some answer, that fellow got some answer, and that fellow will convince that your answer is wrong answer, and he will happily leave home. What about you? So please understand, it should not be the case. Once exam is over, come out of the exam hall, try to reach your home or hostel as early as possible. Anybody asking you what is, like, how did you perform in the exam, just tell them I don't know, and come out of there. Only to your parents tell that, sir, I have written well, mummy, or I have written well, papa, like that. You tell something to your parents and you just focus on the next exam. But to anybody else, what you should say, I have written and I don't know how I have written. That's all, so that there won't be any cross questions, and immediately reach your home. This is very 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 important. I request you all to follow this, please. Definitely this will have a very big impact. This is one important thing. Now the next important thing is, I seriously don't understand the logic of you finishing your accounts exam, going to YouTube somewhere around 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that, searching for the videos which will talk about the solutions of the exam. So you have written accounts exam just now, and if you search for solutions, are you going to change the answer paper there in the main exam? Or by checking the solutions, is it going to help you in any way? Absolutely not. If you feel like it is going to help you, please understand, definitely it is not going to help. What will happen, I'll tell you, sir. Once you check the solutions, there will be some questions where you felt it is absolutely correct and you will see some wrong answer, and automatically you will get disappointed. That disappointment will have an impact in your next exam. I don't understand the logic of even people posting the solution videos. So many YouTube faculties, all this stuff, posting solutions video on the day of exam is definitely not going to help any of the students. And if you are watching that solutions video after writing the exam and coming, please understand, please understand, you are not at all going to get any benefit out of it. So once the exam is over, please throw the question paper in the dustbin. Please throw the question paper in the dustbin and go to the next exam. whatever the answers you verify, whether it is correct, wrong, all the stuff, that is not going to change your result. So please make sure you're not verifying any solutions video, all that. Okay, so that is what another important thing. And finally, a very small but very important point regarding your preparation on the day of exam. Please understand, we are done with exam 2 to 5 p.m. We come to home or hostel by 6 o'clock maximum, and 7 o'clock you start browsing YouTube for solution video that I told you should not do. What we should do is, sir, after the exam, the moment exam is over, I can understand from 2 to 5 when you have written the exam, how much your brain would have drained, the energy would have been drained, all that. But on that day, on the exam day, accounts exam is over, you have written it, you come back to home or hostel, you should make sure you are studying for the next exam. You are studying for the next exam at least for 2 to 3 hours. At least for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, at least for 2 to 3 hours. Sir, already I'm stressed so much, sir. Already I'm strained so much, sir. What should I do, sir? In these 2 to 3 hours, if I study something also, I will not be able to recollect or remember. Please understand, these 2 to 3 hours, don't take difficult topics at all. Take only easy topics, whichever the topics. For example, accounts exam is over, next start law. In law, just take other laws, easy topic, or any other topic. If you feel, sir, this is easy for me, just go with the topic. And please understand, if 2 to 3 hours if you are studying, sir, you will be covering 10 to 15 marks, and you will be sleeping, going to bed. You understand, next day when you start the preparation, sir, you are not starting from zero. It will have a very big impact on your preparation from the next day. You have already covered 10 to 15 mark syllabus, now you are starting something, so you're not starting from zero. So it will definitely have a very big impact in your preparation. So please understand, yes, I can understand, even I have written the exams, all the exams, and qualified. So I can understand how the students mindset will be after finishing the exam. Yes, after finishing the exam, 2 to 3 hours spent with some small chapters, like less complicated topics. I'm not saying less important chapters, I'm saying less complicated topics, so that 10 to 15 mark weightage at least you are finishing off. And then the next day you are starting from somewhere, not from zero for sure. Okay, these are the things. Now quickly I will summarize these points what and all I have just discussed, and then I have one very important point for you that we will see. Okay, the first thing, as I told, 30 minutes prior, you should go to the exam hall and carry a snack bar and meditate. And after exam, what did I tell? After the exam, here the very important thing is, please make sure you are not at all discussing anything with your friends and like classmates. Just go to the home and start preparing for the next exam. Solutions, you should not search for the solutions in YouTube for any exam. Once your last exam is over, browse every damn thing available in YouTube. Any faculty told whatever the solution, all that, everything you just go through. Okay, then be happy. Okay, but only after the last exam you should do it, not before that. And finally, sir, preparation on the exam day. Once the exam is over, you come back to home, 2 to 3 hours definitely revise, nothing wrong. And yes, you can do it. Come home, have some snacks, fresh up yourself, and then sit in front of the books, read less complicated topics. You can do it, right? Fine, super. So with this we are done with exam day routine. Now please understand, I'll tell you one very important point here. Sir, what is the major mistake what the students will do? As I told you, after the exam is over, once verifying the solutions, discussing with friends, all this stuff, what will happen is, generally students will start valuing their paper. Once accounts exam is over, students will start valuing their accounts performance. They'll feel like, I will get 45 in this. Accounts itself, I went with an expectation where I will score 60, 70, and other papers I will just pass. In accounts itself, I'm not getting good marks. How will I get aggregate? Like this, with so many calculations, etc., etc. One biggest mistake what students will do is, they will do valuation of their paper, and with that, they will not give their best in the subsequent paper. Please understand, as a student, what is your very important duty: to go to every exam, fight every exam, treating it as an individual battle. Every exam is an individual battle. Fight that and go to the next exam. If accounts exam is over, accounts exam is done and dusted, go to law exam. Law exam is over, done and dusted, go to tax exam. Tax exam over, done and dusted, go to costing. Next audit, next if. Sir, every exam is an individual battle. Please remember that always. And one thing, don't forget, you have MCQs. Sir, 30 mark MCQs without negative marking is not a joke. Please understand that. It is seriously a big boon for you. Think about us, your seniors. We wrote 88 papers with every paper having 100 marks descriptive. For you, 30 marks MCQs without negative marking, seriously, that is a blessing for you. So please understand and realize that. And second thing, as I was telling, Sir, make sure you are treating every subject as an individual battle and going to the next exam. Once one exam is over, next exam, please focus on that. And always remember, only that student, I repeat, only that student who fights till the last exam, last minute, will have very high chances of passing the exam, clearing the group. You tell me, you are writing the exam to pass accounts exam, you are writing the exam to pass audit exam, you are writing the exam to pass law exam, you are writing the exam to pass group 1, you are writing the exam to pass group 2, you are writing the exam to pass both the groups, not for one particular individual subject. If you feel like, sir, my individual subject performance will definitely decide full group result, then definitely you are a fool. Please understand, yes, your individual subject performance will have an impact. That doesn't mean that one subject performance will decide entire other subjects results. No, it will not happen. Please understand that. Definitely write all the papers, give your 100% best in every paper, and let us see the result. As I was telling you, the very important thing is that nobody speaks about this much. Institute, yes, will give grace marks. We have seen literally in so many attempts, so many subjects, sir, at all across all the levels, sir, institute is granting grace marks. But who will enjoy the grace mark benefit? Only those who have attempted all the papers with utmost confidence. Because if you are not performed with confidence in all papers, what will happen? Even if the institute is giving grace marks, you are not able to get the aggregate, you are not able to clear the exam. What is the point of writing the exam then? So please understand, one very important thing is grace marks are awarded, but we don't know at what point of time, on what basis, on what subjects they will be adding that, but that is being done. So please make sure you are taking every paper seriously. Leave the performance of the past paper. Accounts you did not do well, try to perform well in law. Law you did not do well, try to perform well in tax. So like that, every paper, sir, all the papers just went okay, okay. Let us hope for grace marks. Let us hope for the blessings. Sir, we may clear the exam, we don't know. But if you give up once writing one paper, then nobody can help you. Even CA Institute is helping you, trying to help you to make you clear the exam. You are not able to take it just because you are not preparing all the papers equally. You are not giving all the papers with the same efforts or same confidence. So you will be losing it. So please understand, grace marks are there, and definitely that will have a bigger impact on your result. And if you ask me, sir, every attempt they will add, we don't know. Every subject they will add, no. So like that, there are various contingencies. But one thing is for sure, if you fight till the last minute, result is mostly going to be positive. I repeat, the student who gives his best till the last minute of the last exam has the higher chances of clearing the exam. That you remember. So my only suggestion to you is, you have believed in yourself, you have taken this course. You have believed in yourself and gone through this journey till this date. See, taking CA inter coaching, attending classes, studying for so long, and coming till this end is not a joke. Please understand that. And you have given all your efforts for that. Not only you, just not only you. Please understand that. Even your parents, your teachers, your friends, so many people have contributed so much. And you have to believe in yourself and fight till the last minute. Definitely the success will be yours. So I repeat, my dear friends, just believe in yourself, fight till the last minute. Definitely success will be yours. And from my end, I wish you all the very best. And thank you so much for attending this session. And also thanks a lot for Sikasa for organizing such wonderful session for the students, which is beneficial for them at this moment, actually, which is the need of the hour. So please make sure you're taking up all the tips positively and giving your best. And as I repeat, wishing you all the very best. Hope to see you all successful in this upcoming attempt. This is your Mr. GST signing off. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful event.